The biggest stock car race in the world, the Daytona 500 on Fox.
In the proud spirit of America and in the proud spirit of our great country, finally, The Rock says, drivers, start your engine!
And they will face the green flag for 200 laps, 500 miles to start the 2024 season. Green flag, the Daytona 500 is underway. Still building speed in the back straightaway.
Well, they're building speed, Mike, but the one thing I can tell you about the start of this race that all the drivers are going through is going to be experiencing the speed of the pack that they haven't experienced all week. All 40 cars in the pack, they've only raced against half the field so far, and right now they're all lined up, building speed, but speed that they haven't felt before this week.
I think this weather is going to play a role in it. Mike, you told us about the weather. Sun's out. You can see it shining down on this racetrack and on these cars. These boys are going to have their hands full here in a few laps, and these things start slipping, sliding around, and tires wear out.
And after 2 solid days of soaking rain, you don't want to end up in that infield grass.
Can't be iffy in these decisions, Kevin. That spotter says clear up. You better be there.
Oh, crash! 2 cars slam together, and Harrison Burton takes a wild ride through the grass and up into more traffic, gets tagged, turned around, and 5 cars are in it. Ryan Preece.
I think he missed that inside wall. Harrison Burton, big damage on the 21 car. Okay, you see Harrison Burton in the middle of that 3-wide conversation we're talking about, and we are also talking about John Hunter Nemechek kind of being iffy on his move.
Now the 42, John Hunter Nemechek, on the outside of Burton, the green and white car, and Brad Keselowski and he make contact.
Keselowski got to his rear bumper, just took a little bit of a love tap, turned him sideways, kind of looked to me like he was on the left corner of that bumper, turned him right down into Harrison Burton.
Well, and it's just what we were talking about, Clint.
Between Daniel Suarez, then you see Larson already going to the outside with Bowman. Look for Chase Elliott and his teammate as well, Byron, to go up. 4 Hendrick cars pouncing on your leader, coming.
The points earned in each stage, 10 through 1 for the first 10 finishers. They carry with you all through the season. Some of these teams are counting points beginning right now.
How about this? Byron moved up to go around him. Busch made a block, separated those Hendrick cars. Now Chase Elliott to the lead. Final lap of the stage.
Lap car slow on the bottom. Chase Elliott trying to bring them around and pick up the stage win after a truly disappointing 2023. Kyle Larson, teammate to Chase Elliott. Will he ride with him? Will he try to grab those 10 points and the stage ticket for himself?
We see Ross Chastain coming to the back bumper of the 5 car.
Going to see a push. Going to see momentum. Watch his 5 going to the outside of Chase Elliott.
That's what it took. Now
Big push by Chase. I think the win goes to Chase Elliott. Fantastic.
Chase Elliott gets his second stage win in the Daytona 500. We're about to be lapped cars.
Those teammates are holding strong in that middle. Big shot by Blaney. Giving Cindric a shove. Byron on that outside, pushing Busch.
Those 3 cars just getting lapped all had some pit road issues, but Barry getting turned around. And that's why they're now going a lap down.
Gosh, this side by side with that second, the bottom lane moving so close to the outside lane, they've obviously they're obviously in a position where they feel like it's helping them keep up and keep the momentum, but it keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's going to cause a problem at some point.
And that point is off the corner. When you get tight, you lose the nose off that car in front of you. There's no room for error. You're going to be up in the side of that car. Seen it time and time again here. On the exit of the corners.
Daniel Suarez, the Freeway Insurance Cam, coming up into play here. He is fifth as they have half a lap to go to complete stage 2.
Well, you see Daniel Suarez right here with this throttle percentage. What he's doing right there is checking up so he doesn't run into the back of the car in front of him, and that's the kind of momentum that they have right now, able to just run up there and ram that car if he didn't let off the throttle.
Battle for the stage win, battle to be the first car one lap down and get the free pass. That's Priest versus Gibbs as Cindric takes him into turn 3. Blaney to the bottom. He said he wasn't going to help his teammates. He didn't. He dropped to the bottom to try to win stage 2.
Great move by Cindric to move up before Busch got to his outside and get caught in the middle. That was a heads-up move by Cindric.
Champion Ryan Blaney wins stage 2 from Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, and Tyler Reddick. It is Blaney's third stage win in the Daytona 500. You're looking at Kyle Busch trying to limp onto pit road without losing his left front wheel, which has no retaining nut attached.
You see him, no, waved his hands, stop, stop, stop. Unfortunately, did not get that lug nut on.
Here we go again.
Chastain, lone wolf up here leading this pack with those 2 Fords behind him. Block, block, block. He knows they're wanting around him. They're going to make a move. Speaking of moves, Keselowski to the inside again. Back up in front of Logano.
And Chastain saw it coming and went up with him.
Now Logano to the outside. They can't get around.
Oh, no! Keselowski gets turned by William Byron. Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around and get that clean air track position first? That's what happened.
And you see Alex Bowman up the racetrack, and then they start zigging and zagging here. And
well, obviously, William Byron and Bowman, that's where it ended up. But the movement from the 6 and the 22, jockeying for position, trying to outduel one another to that position of passing Chastain, that's what stacked all those guys up and got them in trouble. Those guys were going for it. Chastain was holding them up. You saw the 6 go to the bottom. You saw the 22 go to the outside. And unfortunately, those guys behind him.
This gives you a much better view right there. You see the 24 car just being pushed, and sometimes you're not aligned, and you know you're not lifting, and that car gets to moving around, and you hope it works out, and it just didn't work out right here.
We saw this same scenario playing out at the duels the other night when Blaney got in a wreck. You really can't pin it on anybody. It's
bit of contact there midfield as William Byron, who succeeded Jeff Gordon in the Hendrick number 24, is out front.
Huge pushes on that outside. They kept getting in one another, had to back off. Accordion effect, stacked them up. Everybody had to lift. Broke that line up big time.
Cindric tried the top, no, got back in line. Now Chastain has a push.
A lot of energy on this outside. Chastain, here he comes, Kevin.
Well, we saw the same thing that happened to the top lane with the bottom lane. They got broke up, and now we've got William Byron leading the bottom lane with Austin Cindric behind him. Ross Chastain leading the outside lane.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, and away they go. That is Cindric into Chastain and up into traffic.
Did they complete that lap?
Did the leader get the white flag?
This could be
waving. It's going to be close.
Who won it for him?
And the Daytona 500.
Race winner will be the 24. We'll need the 24 to start finish line.